from the front lines of faith and justice. This is Firebird Dispatch.
This week's Firebird Dispatch is about a law with a name so shiny you'd think it was a gift. The so-called One Big Beautiful Bill has now been signed into law. The president calls it a triumph, his party calls it freedom, but we are here to ask, for whom? And at what cost? Because behind the flags and the fanfare, this bill is loaded with myths, marketed like a miracle, but built like a bomb for everyday people like you and me. And it's all from, you guessed it, Dateline, Washington, D.C. So let's break it down gently, clearly, truthfully.
Part 1, Shiny Lies and Sharp Edges.
Here's what's been told to folks. Your Social Security is tax-free now. You'll get a $1,000 bonus for being a parent. No more taxes on your tips and overtime. It helps everybody. But here's the truth. The Social Security tax break only helps if you're in the middle class or above. Many folks won't even qualify. The $1,000 for parents? Only some people will get it. It's not a check in the mail. It's a limited savings account called Trump Savings for a very narrow group of people. Tips and overtime? Yes, those taxes are cut for now, but only for 3 years because, like many parts of this new law, the timing is intentional. Republicans freely recognize behind closed doors that they are expected to lose in the 2026 elections. People are furious, and they are betting that most people will elect Democrats to Congress and then will blame them, the Dems, who will be running Congress by then, they think. The people will blame the Dems for those losses, which clearly have been written in already to begin then. Why then? Just for the reason I've shared. But we believe that people have long memories, especially when something has been taken away from us. We at Firebird say, truth isn't partisan. It is sacred. We deserve policies that lift us up, not slogans that cover things up. We will not confuse slick branding with justice.
Part 2, False Promises that Cut Deep.
Let's talk about the real cuts that are in this new law. This law slashes funding for Medicaid, which helps low-income families and elders get care. Most elders in nursing homes across this nation are funded. Those nursing homes are funded through Medicaid. SNAP, the program known as food stamps that helps millions of people put food on the table, and Planned Parenthood, which is a lifeline for women's health and reproductive dignity, cancer screenings, mammograms, and disease prevention. Meanwhile, this new law boosts Border Patrol and ICE, planning on expanding detention and surveillance on our neighbors and ripping more people out of our neighborhood, just picking them up off the street, capturing them, and putting them away with no recourse. Defense contractors profiting from violence and fear, as this administration, what some call the regime, is moving to privatize everything, to keep money flowing to the already rich in the world. And this law boosts tax breaks for those same wealthy people, while struggling families, like yours and mine, are told to tighten their belts. Or, as Senator Mitch McConnell is reported to have said to his colleagues, I know a lot of us are hearing from people back home about Medicaid, but they'll get over it. They'll get over it? We at Firebird Spirit say every budget is a moral document. It is a moral document. We will not get over it. And the time will come when everyone will have to answer for their vote on this legislation. This budget tells us whose lives they value and whose they don't. And we side with those who are being cut out and cut down, pushed aside and cut off.
Part 3, the cost beneath the cuts.
When we look at what's at stake here, this isn't just about numbers. It's about control, and it's about democracy. The original bill included a ban on state artificial intelligence, AI, laws. It said there couldn't be any, and that local court reforms couldn't be included. They were going to do away with those. Until those things were taken out of the bill, they don't appear in this law because of public pressure. We do have a say. And we need to remember, maybe even keep a written list for now of all of the votes where our people, where you did not have your best interests in mind. Start keeping a list so that when it comes time to vote next time, you can go back and refresh your memory. Because frankly, folks, this is all happening so fast on purpose. They want us not to be able to retain anything. Write it down. We at Firebird say democracy doesn't thrive in the dark, right? It takes a movement to expose what's hidden, and we will be that light. There are many others too, but we stand with those who are that light. We will be the voice of the voiceless and the presence of those who've been pushed to the side, because what's at stake isn't just policy. It's people and power, and to God be the glory, not to some authoritative wannabe. You want to know who the biblical Sadducees are today? They are the feckless legislators, making a lot more money than many of the people they represent. And they go along to get along, so they can have more money, more power, and more prestige, just like the Sadducees. So please remember, ultimately, it was the merry little band of believers who conquered the mighty Roman Empire.
Part 4, where in the world?
You know, at Firebird Spirit, we don't just talk about faith. We also talk about the world that faith lives in. We have to be practical. We may be in the world, but not of the world, and yet we are in the world. And we believe that truth matters, even when it's buried under headlines. We believe that spirit shows up in resistance. What kind of resistance? Kindness, questioning, courage. Those are all forms of resistance. We believe that a nation's soul is measured not by its wealth, but by how it treats the most vulnerable, the most destitute, those who have nothing to give. Because we believe that mercy will win out over greed. We also believe that those who perpetuate atrocities against their fellow human beings will be held accountable in this world or in the next or in both, because God will not be mocked, my friends. So we at Firebird say this bill is not beautiful. It's awful. It's horrendous. And we should all be ashamed that this is how we show ourselves to the world about caring for our own people. The bill may not be beautiful, but the people resisting it are. And we will always align with them and with you.
Epilogue, Spirit and Resistance.
You know, there's a line in Scripture where it says, I will pour out my Spirit on all people. Your children will prophesy. Your old ones will dream dreams, and your young ones will see visions. Well, guess what? That time is now, my friends. Let us each recognize what it is that's really happening around us and not stay quiet about it. Share your feelings or share this dispatch, because truth still matters. Compassion still matters. And you still matter too. We at Firebird say, let this dispatch be more than information. Let it be ignition. Let's rise together. This has been your Firebird Dispatch for July 5th, 2025. Over and out.
You've been watching Firebird Dispatch, rising in love, grounded in justice. Join the movement at #Firebird Spirit.